out at a moose camp cabin, and I've been working on it a lot, but last night the dogs treed a porcupine, and that's definitely a problem. The nearest vet's about 100 miles away, so if the dogs got into a porcupine, got quilled, that's a big problem. Also, they'll eat the cabin, things like that. So the porcupine got dispatched, and today we're gonna do bush rat cooking show. So a friend of mine recommended that I use Frank's hot sauce and Coca-Cola. We don't drink pop, so or drink Rock Stars, but I don't drink soda generally. And so I had to go get a can of Coke and some Frank's hot sauce, and we're gonna take care of this here porcupine. Important part of the porcupine process: make sure you have gloves. These are not good enough gloves. You should probably be wearing leather gloves, but it's what I got. Hey, get away, dogs. Big old porcupine. So, starting point, just something to think about. These quills, if they get in the flesh of a dog or something like that, they're going to work their way into organs and things. This black tip area got a little tiny barb at the tip, and then also it's almost like fish scales if you were to zoom in on it with like a microscope, where it only wants to go one direction. So what happens, these guys are bold as brass, and they'll let the animal basically get to its backside and get all quilled up, and it can actually kill your dog. And we've got enough kids in the area that we have concerns for that too. So this guy was dispatched last night, and we really don't want to waste it, so we're gonna cook it up. So we're getting into it. The skin doesn't peel off as easy as larger game, so we're having to work it with the knife as we peel it. I don't have a tripod today, so you're just gonna get kind of step by step. Gotten the majority of the offal out. I really don't like wasting anything, so we're gonna cook up the liver and heart for the pups. About to go get a fire going. Everything's harder with one hand. So we're gonna get that going while we finish working the flesh here, and then I'll throw the grill on there and put a cast iron skillet over the fire, and we'll cook up some of those organs for the pups. Do you think they're hungry?
I think so. Are you ready for it? Look at the tail. I know it's about to cool down.
So there's our meat. And there's our hide. So now I'm about to break it down and just picking off any bits of fur and little quills. that are left behind. Little bit more important than with, say, caribou or moose fur. I can, usually tolerate that. It'll burn off in cooking, things like that. But the porcupine hairs are quills. So you really don't want to leave any of that. So here it is. Onions, Coke, Frank's Red Hot, jalapeno, and after that brine or marinade for a few hours, I'm using some Montreal steak seasoning, some W sauce, salt, pepper, extra onions for the final cooking, and liquid smoke. It will be being cooked in my cast iron camp oven. And I've got a little bit of beef fat that I'm going to render with it when I cook it. But we're going to first do a few hours in this marinade. So most of it's off the bone, and in our marinade, I'm going to put it back in the cooler and cover it up while I process all the rest of the onions and things like that for it. Going to wash up real good, burn all the cardboard that we processed the guy on, and dispose of the carcass and entrails with hot fire so we don't attract bears. My guest for supper didn't want to be in my video, so you don't get to see me chowing down. Tasted a lot like beef. As always, like, share, and subscribe. AK Off Grid.